Hello, my friend, and welcome to the Champions Adjust Sports Talk Show. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Let's talk about the top 10 greatest athletes of the last decade, meaning 2015 up until 2025. That's the last decade. Let's talk about it. And this conversation or debate was sparked by an account on X who made their own graphic and made their own list of the top 10 greatest athletes of the last decade. And it got a lot of shit on X. So let me just read you that list. This was someone from an account called ML Football on X. You can check them out. They post a lot of good sports stuff, mostly related to football, but they decided to dive into the top 10 greatest athletes of the last decade. So I'm looking at my phone right now. That's why you see me looking down. So here's their list. They had Patrick Mahomes, number 1, Shohei Ohtani, number 2, Tom Brady, number 3, Nikola Jokic, number 4, Steph Curry, number 5, Connor McDavid, number 6, LeBron James, number 7, Aaron Donald, number 8, Sidney Crosby, number 9, and Giannis Antetokounmpo, however you say his name, the Greek Freak, at number 10. And this list just got ripped up. I mean, the first comment you see on this post is, "This is the worst list I've ever seen. American only vote." Clearly, right? No Olympians, no sprinters, no swimmers, no tennis players, no gymnasts, no soccer players. I mean, this list is very limited in terms of greatest athletes of all time. And so maybe that's what they were thinking, like maybe US only. I mean, maybe no other sports around sides like the big ones, basketball, football, hockey, baseball were included in that list, but no real soccer players, sprinters, gymnasts, Olympians. I know it's hard to think about Olympians in terms of greatest athletes in a decade because they only compete like on the grandest stage for their sport every 4 years, but those are some of the greatest athletes, if not the greatest athletes on the planet. So I took that, went into Chat GPT, I put the prompt in Chat GPT and said, what are the top 10 greatest athletes of the last decade? This is what Chat GPT told me. Number 1 was Simone Biles from gymnastics. 2 was Usain Bolt from track and field. 3 was LeBron James from basketball. 4 was Tom Brady from American football. 5 was Katie Ledecky from swimming. 6 was Shohei Ohtani from baseball. 7 was Connor McDavid from ice hockey. 8 was Scotty Scheffler from golf. 9 was Armand Mondo Duplantis from pole vaulting or track and field. And then they had 4 honorable mentions for number 10, which was Cristiano Ronaldo, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, Floyd Mayweather, and Mookie Betts. I mean, this always happens, right, when you do a list on anything, right? Lists, especially in sports, are very subjective, can't speak, but what are you looking at? Are you looking at championships? Are you looking at longevity? Are you looking at domination? Are you looking at stats? Are you looking at all these sorts of things? And then all fans of sports have an emotional connection to athletes, which makes them have a little bias, or they have a favorite sport, so they think more about that sport than other sports. So they put that more sport into the list because they think, whatever, right? For me, I'm like a baseball guy, so Barry Bonds is the greatest baseball player of all time in my eyes, and I would put Shohei Ohtani on the top of these lists because what he's doing is absolutely incredible. But there's so many different sports where so many athletes are doing so many great things that it's really, really hard to create a great top 10 greatest athletes list of the last decade. But the original one on X was like really bad. Like Patrick Mahomes, number 1. Are you fucking kidding me? No sprinters, no gymnasts, no soccer players, no tennis players. Like, those are some of the best athletes on the planet. So I understand lists can be really hard. And maybe this account was just posting it on X to create some controversy, to have a little buzz. Good for him. He's doing that. I'm making a video about it right here. But I'm really passionate about these types of things. And I think people deserve their flowers. And if they were very dominant over the last 10 years, over the last decade, they deserve to be recognized for that dominance, regardless of what sport they participate in and how popular that sport might be. If we're real, true sports fans and we really care about the art of the sport and the work ethic and the time it goes into creating and being a fantastic elite performer on the highest level, then we should appreciate all of the domains of sport. And so I researched a little, listened to Chat GPT, got my information from this list on X, did some Gemini hunting, went on some, looked at some stuff on my own, thought about my own biases and my own research. And here's my list that I came up with. Probably not the best list either. Probably can be torn apart by anyone who watches or listens to this. And I would love to have your comments down below of your top 10 list of your greatest athletes of the last decade. But here is mine. Here we go. Number 1 was LeBron James in basketball. 2 was Lionel Messi in soccer. 3, Novak Djokovic from tennis. 4, Simone Biles from gymnastics. 5, Tom Brady from American football. 6, Cristiano Ronaldo from soccer. And then you had 7 with Stephen Curry from basketball. 8 was Lewis Hamilton from Formula One. 9, Shohei Ohtani from baseball. And 10 was Katie Ledecky from swimming. And then I had a few honorable mentions who deserve to be mentioned in the top 10 list. If we had top 20 or top 25 or even top 50, of course, these athletes would be mentioned because they were very dominant over the last decade, which includes Naomi Osaka from tennis, Patrick Mahomes from American football, Serena Williams, tennis, Mikkel Hansen from handball, Max Verstappen from Formula One, Giannis, the Geek Freak, however you say his last name, from American basketball, and Canelo Alvarez from boxing. Potentially a Floyd Mayweather in there as well, but that's my pick. So you got like the one from X, which got absolutely shit on. The guy says this is the worst list I've ever seen. Maybe someone will respond and comment below on my video with my list. This is the worst video and the worst list I've ever seen. Then we saw ChatGPT get in on the mix. They had some pretty good picks. They had a variety of sports. And then you get all of that knowledge together into my list, which I think overall is pretty good. But I absolutely love sports. I love talking about sports. I love debating the idea of lists and greatest of all time. I'm pretty sure on a couple ones. I think Tom Brady and Jerry Rice are the greatest football players of all time. I'm not sure that's really a dispute anymore. And Barry Bonds is the greatest baseball player of all time. Potentially, it could be Shohei Ohtani if he continues to do what he does. I'm not sure about the NBA debate. I'm a big LeBron James fan, but what about Kobe Bryant, right? What about all these types of things that you can think about? Steph Curry is obviously in there, Michael Jordan, all these sorts of things. I think basketball is more of a debate because I'm not really too fond and don't really care about basketball. I hope Luka Doncic becomes the greatest basketball player that's ever lived, being from Dallas, even though he's now on the LA Lakers. But you can debate this about every sport all the time for the rest of time. I guess that's why sports media is such a lucrative thing, and that's why we have the Champions Adjust sports talk show. So I'd love to know what you think. What is your list top 10 greatest athletes of the last decade? Who are your favorite athletes, the one you love to watch the most? I'd love to know in the comments down below. Then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.